All right, guys, a very good morning. This is Naveen. Today is February 4th, 3:16 p.m. here in Dubai. And basically, I wanted to let you guys know that it's been a long year at the end of 2020. And here we are again to do the next mini training series for you guys. But this time we're doing it with Devi. She's the next person and the first person this year in 2021. So let's start off the year really strong. Let's work with a lot of the things that she's working with, see where we can help. Uh, I can help fix a lot of her issues that she might be having in her trading. A lot of the stuff that you're watching you can relate to as well, and see that where is it that you're having the similar issues and where can we improve on that stuff. So this is going to be a weekly post analysis with her, going over all the little fine details and stuff like that. So let's just get her into the room right now, and let's get started. Let's get started. Okay, good to see you guys again. Meet you guys back this year. So welcome back, welcome back. Let's get her in the room. Okay, she'll be here any moment. Hello?
Oh, much better. Hi,
Is that better?
Naveen.
Hi, how are you?
Much
Okay, fantastic,
good,
fantastic.
thanks.
Okay, cool. Okay, all right. So how are things then?
All right, everything's good. Trading wise, I need to be a bit more disciplined, I guess, because I think I'm trying to experiment a lot still. Like I like to see what moves this could make, and I think I'm just trying too many things at the same time.
Okay. But why is that, do you think? Is it in the search of I might not have the right answer, but I need to find the right answer, so this search keeps going on of like maybe it's not this, maybe it's that, maybe it's that,
Um, I I think it's something like that. And at the same time, I want to be good in uh, like treat. Uh, I try to be good in many different types of setups. So I don't know whether that is a good thing to do.
Okay, so we'll find out. That's why we're doing these calls, right?
Okay.
So in during this one-on-one, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna check certain levels of your education just to see if those educations that you've studied with Urban Forex, if there's a hole anywhere, and if there is, then we'll make sure that we fix that. And then as you go week after week doing some trades, we'll just open those trades apart and be like, okay, what's right, what's wrong, how do we change certain elements of it, and then it'll help you improve and get better and better. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Good. Yeah,
Cool.
I think I like that.
So all right, so let's take it from the top, as if brand new, don't know anything. Let's take it from the top, and we're just gonna check to see how much you have in the back of your mind. So let's do that. Okay. Okay. Whiteboard is there. Okay.
Yep, I see it. Okay, circle.
All right. So there's a move coming down, for example. Okay. What goes on in your mind when you come to a chart and you see that?
Okay, so this could be a trending market. There are two legs. There are two legs. So and depends on the time frame. Like, is this my big boy or my trading time frame?
Okay, so that's a good thing right there. What we're gonna do in the beginning, I'm gonna remove the word time frame for you.
Okay.
As if there is no time frame exist, only one chart in front of you. Okay, so we're gonna make you an expert as highly as possible on one time frame.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, and then we'll bring in the other time frames just to give you that extra edge over all the other players. That's why we use multiple time frames. But for the sake of simplicity, we'll say only one time frame exists.
Okay.
Okay. So now in this time frame concept, all right, so what is when you see this type of market, you've done the analysis. The analysis is from what you see. It's like downtrend. I see two legs down. Is there any threat to the sellers? just by looking at this?
So far, no threat. But
No threat.
because of such a strong move down, I'm afraid it might like bounce back up at
Ah, okay.
in
So
the
then,
area.
that's the two-sided thinking that we have to first fix. Is
Okay.
if you want to be a seller, will you be
Mm-hmm.
afraid of the buyer? Okay, let me change it this way. What if I say you're the buyer? Do you want to buy it right
Mm-hmm.
now?
No,
Because now we're
not
afraid
yet.
of the seller, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the concept is constant, this battle that's bothering us in our mind of, do I sell? But what if it bounces up? Oh, then should I buy? I don't want to buy also because the seller is too strong, right? So we're stuck
Yeah.
in the mind. We're like, I don't know what to do. So we have to pick one in terms of, remember this guy? If I draw circles here from our
Mm-hmm.
MPA lessons, what do we call those guys?
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Guy who started it.
guy who started, and I mess around with some of my traders and I say, okay, it's the gangster who started it, like whatever word you want to use to remember it. Like, so until
Mm-hmm.
he's
Sounds good.
not damaged,
Mm-hmm.
trade is still on. Like the sell is still on. Okay, so let's take your knowledge level a little bit further. Market's going down. Is there a chance to roll over and go for a buy?
Yes, they could at probably the second bottom. I don't know.
Okay, so the possibility is starting to increase, but when you were here, is there a chance for a buy?
The first one, no.
No. And because the guy who started it is so far away that the buy
Mm-hmm.
cannot lift from here. Okay. Then the next one is here because he makes a new low. Then the
Mm-hmm.
next one is here. He makes a new low. But look at every time the low is getting weaker. He's not going down too much. But even your guy who started it is getting challenged a little bit easier, a little bit easier. This is weakening your sellers. That opens the door for the buyers and saying, okay, now whenever you want, do the buy because now you can do the buy.
Okay.
Okay, so now let me erase all this and say, let me bring you back to this area now. Now tell me one thing. Are you afraid of a buy?
No, not yet.
Not at all, right? That
Mm-hmm.
means think the other way. I need to get onto the sell. Wherever the bounce happens, I want that bounce because I need to do my sell. Because I will not sell here. I need a higher price, right? Hi, how are you? Just one second. Okay, so does it make sense so far? Thank you so much. All right, my shisha is right.
Yes.
So
Oh, oh, please enjoy.
thank you, thank you. So thank you. It's good. Thank you. All right. Um. So does that make sense so far?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's talk about a trend versus a trend continuation. Sorry. Versus a refresh. What's a refresh?
Um, a refresh is the like the overall flow is down, and then you need two legs pull back to continue the down movement. Is it?
Yes, that's correct. So what we're doing, we're just checking your knowledge a little bit, right? So I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
sort of try to trick you in certain places and see if you really understand these two things very, very well. And even if you get tricked, it's okay because we're trying to get better. So who cares, right? So,
Yeah, that's
all
right.
right. So now let's take a look at this. This is a trend. The reason why we need a refresh when the trend is going down, 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 down is because we don't want to join the trend late,
Okay.
right? So in this area, when the market goes up, Do you feel like buying?
No, not yet.
Not yet, but you feel more like selling, right? Because it's going
Mhm.
down. A refresh means bring me a new set of buyers that I can take from them and then sell.
Okay.
That's what a two-leg does. It brings you a fresh set of new buyers that
Mhm.
think the market is going up. That's the bottom. The market is going up. And you say, the trend is down. Thank you. Let's sell it now.
Okay.
That's the definition of a refresh. Now let's do this a little bit.
So
Okay.
for refreshes, you need the opposite party to come in, and then you can continue the direction.
For any trade, you need an opposite party to come in.
Mhm.
Otherwise, there's no trade.
Okay.
Okay. Without the opposite party, a trade cannot work. Otherwise, how, like, if you want to, I don't know, if you're going out and you want to buy a car,
Mhm.
without someone selling a car, you cannot buy it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the simple logic like that. Okay. Because in this phase, everyone is selling, no one's buying.
Mhm.
Okay. So having that said, let me do this now. Move is going down, move is going down, two-legged refresh. Should we get ready to start selling?
If the momentum of the buy slows down, and then I think, yeah, we could.
Something like that? Okay.
Yes.
So this is the trick question here. Remember the guy who started it?
Mm. It hasn't reached there yet.
So how do you get fresh buyers? This is called a refresh continuation. It's just pulled in deep enough. So if this is leg one down, this is leg two down, this will be leg three down.
Okay, okay.
You see? So it's not a
Refresh.
refresh to start one all over again. It's to continue that same movement,
Oh, okay.
right? Does that make sense?
Mhm.
So that means if you
Yeah,
never
it
get a
does.
fresh buyer, then what do we think about leg three? Do we like to trade leg threes and leg fours and leg fives?
No, because it would be at the end of the movement, then
Ah,
it might not work so well.
there you go. There you go. So the feeling comes is, hey, that's still too late because it's all one piece. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Okay. So for a pure refresh, you need a flow to turn. Like, thank you very much. And now we go. Like, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's talk about one time frame. So let's say you have a level. Okay. The market comes down, it bounces, then it starts to go down, then it stops there, then it goes up, goes down, then he rolls over, and then he starts to do a refresh. Now you know a pullback is coming, but overall you know the flow is down. In this down flow, unnecessarily buyers are coming in. Good, let them come. You need that. You need those buyers. Okay. Now these buyers
Okay.
are coming in legs. First push, second push, and all that stuff. You do the same thing, monitoring that same concept of the guy who started it's here. Is this
Mhm.
buy done? We're approaching these areas where I believe the market will start to respond and bring it down. Now, having that said, let me remove all this and ask you a simple question. If you are on one time frame, when the market goes up like this all the way till here, would you sell?
I mean, that's an area where the breach happens. Is a resistance. So I would if it slows down.
Okay, good.
If it's
What you
if
said,
this is
yeah,
mhm.
go ahead.
um I think yes.
Okay, okay. What you said is absolutely correct. Is if it slows down, that's the right word. So what we know is the speed is still hot because the guy who started it's very low. Okay, so we know that concept of it's still very fast, but I know he's going up slowly because I can see the digestion or the slowdown process, right?
Mm-hmm.
As he's reaching up to this area, if he's a full green candle, will you sell it?
Not yet.
No, we won't
I
sell it,
want,
right?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
What if the next candle is green, but it has a tail on top?
Um, I would probably get ready to, to
Good.
watch
No,
it
that's
closely.
that's perfect. Now you're getting more interested, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if the next candle is red and he does this much only, would you sell it?
Honestly, usually I would,
Okay,
I would want to sell it. Yeah.
that is the correct answer. And that is how many people trade is the moment this area breaks to the downside, everybody is in, stops above here. What people forget by switching time frames so much is what about my guy who started it? Now I must see how this develops from this area, how
Mm-hmm.
my sell
Sorry.
performs against him. We're watching that area very closely and saying, what are you going to do? I need to see this. If you don't
Mm-hmm.
do something so well, I will get out. If you perform well, I'll stick with you because I think this could be the area that the market should respond from. And
Mm-hmm.
this style of design is telling me I'm seeing the reactions I need to see that this could be the area. Right? If the
Okay.
price bounces from here and goes till here, we cannot then say, oh yeah, I think that was the level. Now I must enter where? Here? That's too low, right?
Yeah, that's too late.
It's too late. We want to do our best to be as close to this line as possible, but not too early. If it's too early, we're
Okay.
in danger. If it's too late, we're in danger. We need to find the right balance of where exactly are we going to get in. And once we get in, it's not over. It doesn't mean just because we put our stop loss here and take profit here, it doesn't mean it's going to go to take profit now. The game has just begun. Now we need to figure out what's next. Okay, how is it going to process?
Okay.
Does that make sense so far?
Yes, it does.
Yeah,
May I ask a question?
sure, sure.
So, once it's like it reacts and then it reaches the mini buyer, should I
Yeah,
put my stop loss to? Sorry,
can you use your
a
annotation
draw. Okay.
and then draw? Yeah, so I can see it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I got it. So, so this is the last mini buyer, correct? Can you see this?
Once you let go of the draw, yeah. Now I see the pink
Okay.
circle.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
So, once it goes down here, do I move my stop loss to break even just in case it bounces back up, or because usually I would move my stop loss to?
Yeah. So that's gonna happen, right? Because look, okay, if I do it like this, when you hit the sell from here, you know it's gonna have some reaction from here, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna have to respond because there's a SNR area here. He has to respond from these areas to come back up. If that comeback up is nasty, that increases your confidence of like now if he sells again, what will be the chance of he's gonna bother you again? The
Yeah, I
guy who
understand.
started it is damaged.
Mm-hmm.
Your door opens to come down. If it doesn't come down, that's when you can say, I need to move my stops in very, very tight because it's not working.
Okay, okay.
Because if it doesn't work, then what happens is, I'll show you. And he does, it's a refresh, two-legged refresh for these buyers to say, thank you very much. We'll buy it from here. And they make a leg four. And then we're sitting on the next level saying, is it from this level? Because it's 4 legs now. That's unusual, but okay. That's how you have to start thinking. I'm like, okay, why is he doing that?
Okay.
Okay, because they also have their refreshes, right? 2-legged refresh. It's the same thing, but for the buyer. So you're trying to do some you're trying to do some trading away from these guys who might think it's a buy from these bottom areas. So you can say, let's see what happens, and if the see what happens is clear, stay in the trade. To see what happens is dangerous, get out of the trade. But don't let it come back and hit your break even or a half-hour loss.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can just scratch it. That's how you do a scratch and not waste any money. Right?
Okay.
Okay. So now we understand the 1 time frame concept, right? Once it reaches a certain level, they're watching this area saying, okay, let me see the candle formations around this area, and any signs that's looks decent that has a selling sign like that, or a candle that has a tail on top, anything that shows that this up move started to slow down and then roll over. Cool, that's good enough for me. And then you're starting to say, all right, let's see what happens from this moment onwards. But that moment is not clear once you're in. You have this guy to handle. Okay, which is referred to as the landmine, right? From the technical analysis. Okay, so we have to clear that landmine first. Okay, so I think your knowledge now for the refreshes is a little bit better. Now you understand that what is a real refresh, what is not a real refresh.
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so now let's do this. Let's go on to the charts a little bit. Let's take you onto the charts.
Sorry, but I turn off my Pepperstone first because it's ringing. Okay, done.
Oh yeah, I don't hear it. I don't hear it, so it's fine.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay, so here we are on this chart. Let me just open this one up. Okay, what's the flow? Okay, imagine we don't see the time frame at all. Okay, the time frame does not exist. We don't know that time frame. Okay. We're just looking at this chart. So you have to get really good at one chart before you can involve another chart, another time frame, basically. So I want you to mark, using your marker, all the areas of the guy who started it.
Okay, so I'll get this. So I'll start from all the way to the left, is it?
Or you can start from this area onwards.
Okay. So this is the first. This is the. I think this is the guy who started it.
Good.
Then after that he sells.
Good.
If I didn't see the other candles, this would be the one. Then he pulls back, and he tries again, and then he breaches through.
Yeah, good. Yeah. So now think of it this way. Now, doesn't this look like there could be support here? Just simple logic, right? Looks like there might be a support down there. There might be a support here. Someone might buy it. If you think like that, someone might buy it. That's okay to think like that. But they have to deal with him first. Yes. So when the buy, you see these candle patterns, it's slowing down, right? If he's slowing down, you say, you know what? I'm going to buy it because I want to buy it as low as possible. And I want to see what happens when he gets up there. He goes up there. What does he do? He stops there. But when he comes back down to do his second try, you know one key information. The last circle was here. Nothing happened to him during this sideways movement. The next circle was here that you drew. He got damaged a little bit. He came so high to mess with him. Now the next circle that goes from here, and the next buyer that retries from here as a test. Remember a V formation test, right? You know your V formations, right? This is the V formation. This is the
Yes.
test to see if the V formation is going to hold. He starts to go up, and now he looks like he's clearing this guy. What if he cannot clear the guy? This is called a two-legged refresh for the sellers to continue again.
Okay.
Okay.
Understand.
I showed you as a buyer. Now change it around as a seller. This is an area that goes down. You're drawing this line. If the pullback comes in, if you sell this, will it go immediately? Is the buyer done to try?
It has to try again, I think.
Yeah. This is how you know how long will it take before I'm on this corner before it can move. You're trying to think like, is my buyer done trying or not? So you have to allow them the chance to try first. That's why we always work with a two-legged refresh to get in as early as we can.
Okay, I understand.
Understand?
So,
yeah.
So he tried. So he tried initially. The buyers tried initially strong at first, but then he got rejected again by the seller, which shows that he couldn't make it, right?
Correct.
Then all these choppy candles. If it's the buy, does it belong to the buyer or seller? These ones over here.
Good. So let's answer that question. Okay. So keeping that same logic in mind, I'm going to just bring you back a little bit to here, and I want you to read it with me. Okay.
Okay.
It's a seller that makes a new low.
Yes.
So a circle goes up here. Then he comes back, holds. Seller makes a new low.
Yes.
Then nothing. It just tails, and then it goes up. Now this up that he does, he goes up, pulls back, goes up. Whoa, he's breaking my guy who started it. What is the angle based on how you see the MAs and everything? What is the angle?
The
direction
overall still down.
Overall still down.
Still down.
That means a refresh is coming in, and now people are buying. Your job is to trap those buyers.
Okay.
Who are simply just buying because they're chasing the market. Let them chase it. You need to be calm and be like, come to me, come. I will show you how to trade properly, come. Like, so you're waiting for them on the other side as a trap, saying, come to this trap area. So as the market goes up, pulls back, goes higher, how many legs do you have as a refresh?
You need 2 legs for the refresh.
2 legs, minimum refresh, right? To slow it down on the way up. So you got a 2-legged refresh. Now what? Now what do we do?
So you want to see the seller's reaction? Is it to see whether it testing the seller's area maybe around?
So let's say, yeah. So it's like, I don't really see a level here, right?
Oops. Okay.
I would prefer if I see a level like that. It's an SNR level, and I'm like, oh, okay, I can deal with the 2-legged. I will deal with a level that I can use. In this one, we don't have a level that we can use, but let's just for the sake of this example, let's assume there's a level there. Will you sell when you see this first green candle coming full speed?
No, I wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't, right? You know it's 2 legs up, which means 2 legs is slowing down, but you're not going to sell there. You're like, no way I'm selling there. Next candle turns red and leaves a tail on top for you. Would you now sell as a 1 time frame trader?
Wow, that's scary.
Okay, so
I
think
I
about it.
might wait for the second one. I don't.
Okay, if the sell happens from here, who's going to give you a problem if you sell it? Where's the problem area?
If the sell is from
If you sell it from up in this area, where will the sell have problems?
the problem is below here.
Yeah, just there is your problem area, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what we're doing now, in essence, is saying, all right, if I sell that, he comes down. How is he coming down? Full speed or slow?
He came down in two red candles, and then he slowed down after that.
Okay,
So
so how's the speed?
strong at first.
Strong at
Strong.
first. That means whatever that level that we had two legs up to, someone on that level responded.
Okay.
That's your first clue of somebody's here. Because last time he couldn't do anything when he came down. But this time the movement got more aggressive. Where did this aggressiveness stop? He came down all the way right next to the guy who started it. He's messing with him. That's your V. That's your V formation coming in saying, hey, I think this is it. But to be safe, let's see the test. The test starts to come up, goes up. Would you sell it on this green candle?
Unless I see a slight red come in, then I might sell it, I think.
Okay, so the whole
Is it?
concept begins is because this guy damaged him a little bit, all the weight is on this guy's shoulders, saying, all right, it's up to you now, buddy. Let's see what you can do. I'm going to extract this whole piece and draw it here on the side for you. Okay. So this buy that went up from here after the circle, he went up like this all the way till here. Then he made a red bar and we said, okay, if we sold it, we know there's problem down here. That guy came all the way down till here, basically, and he stopped. Then he's coming up and we're like, okay, now we're going to have to see what he does. If he comes down and he crosses the guy who started it, we're clear. If he doesn't cross it and he does this, what is happening? For him, this is leg one down, leg two down, refresh, buy it again.
Oh, okay.
So we cannot do any sells in these areas. We can only do sells in these areas. So we're away from them so we can decide calmly of are we safe or not. Does that start to make sense? Right? So we're basically gauging momentum during that refresh and saying, all right, where is it? Where is it? So the most important piece is, where's my level? First you find that level, and then when you see two legs refresh to that level, then you say, I have two levels or three levels. Which one is it going to be? I'm not going to guess. I want to see. So then you start watching each level and saying, let me see if there is a big boy there somewhere who's going to respond and help me to make a nice V. And that will be your first indication of somebody's here. Okay, so we're not gonna just put a line and then guess that he should respond from there to sell, because that just doesn't happen. It doesn't work, right? Is it making sense so far? So good.
Yes, this is very good because I'm thinking of the past few trades I've been doing, and I kind of like observe this, and I didn't react quickly to scratch when I should, when it's not working.
Correct. Because of this battle over here between the buyers and sellers, this turns into a money spot. But that money spot is normal for the buys to go up. It never will run away like that. That's not normal. A buy to go back down, and with a big boy to go back down, he needs to transition and then go down. What I'm trying to make you do is to read the transition, to be like, what does this mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? So you know, okay, now I can sell it. Instead of saying, let me wait for the transition and then I'll sell it here. You don't want to do that at all. You want to get in as high as you can.
Okay.
Okay, because when the price comes here, if you're already in from up here, you need to start thinking about exits. Why? Because many people will chase this now. You need to take your profits and saying, I need to sell my position. Here, you take it. And they will be like, yeah, I'll take the risk. They're all the GameStop buyers, basically. That's what it is. You're just passing it on to them and they're taking the risk for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So this is a huge trap for the buyers. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, let's. Which one were we talking about? Now, this one. We know the refresh resolved. Which direction did the refresh resolve?
Downwards.
Downwards. Okay. Since the downwards, you had your circle here.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's talk about this one. He came up in one leg. Do you sell one leg up?
Not yet. No. The
Here
second
comes the
leg.
second leg.
Mm-hmm.
He's leaving a tail on top. Right?
Mm-hmm.
If you sell here, can you tell me one thing? How far is your guy who started it?
So I'll circle it. He's right below here.
There you go. This should tell you it's not happening anytime soon. It needs time. It's too far, our guy who started it. We might even get a leg 3. Remember the logic of how I say if leg 1 is like this and leg 2 is bigger, almost expect a leg 3. The logic is because the guy is too far away. You're not going to crush him so easily. Wow. You might get a leg 3 coming in. So what they do is 1 leg down, 2 leg down. For them, this is a buy.
Yes.
Right? Imagine this little buyer. For them, it's a buy. What happens to that buy?
Still failed.
He fails. Now you can sell.
Okay. Well, this makes a lot of sense.
Right? Because you can then remove all this range and like, I'm not sure, is it a buyer? Is it a seller? Like, you don't need to figure that out. You just need to stay with the flow of what is happening turn by turn. Buyer's turn, seller's turn, buyer's turn, seller's turn. But just because it reaches your level doesn't mean it must go now. We need to now then begin the process. Does that make sense? It's not confusing, I hope, right?
Oh, I understand. It's like that's the mistake I've been making. Like if I see this choppy area, I'm thinking, okay, seller's done, because sellers are not doing anything, and then I'll probably go away, or I would leave the trade or something. And I didn't realize that it could just attempt one more and then go back down.
Correct. That attempt one more is the final trap. Okay. When you get them trapped, you know now there's fuel behind you. When you're doing your sell, there is a trapped buyer just above you saying, oh, he's dead. You know in your mind, oh, he's dead. He's not getting his money back. Okay. And that fuels your trades to go down because the market's offset now. Okay. Okay. This is purely a battle of the intellects. All it is a battle of the intellects. Do you think you're smarter than the next guy sitting on his screen? So you have to be very careful at every piece of information that you take in, because the next guy is doing this. Okay, if he comes here, I'll sell it. The next guy is very simple. He's very lazy. He just wants free money. You got to be smarter than him. You got to be smarter than him. Sometimes this is correct. Other times, someone buying there, now this time is incorrect because the flow is down. He's going to get trapped. You see, same pattern of SNR, I should buy it. SNR, I should sell it. Now there's a condition. SNR where makes a difference. So
Yeah, that's
pattern
right.
traders will bring you the money all the time. All these pattern traders, like price action traders, there's no such thing as price action. It's just a new wave of language that people like to use. Indicators, now it's price action, tomorrow it's going to be something else. If you know how to read the market, whatever the new trend is, they're just bringing in more trap people. That's all it is.
Okay.
And this cycle continues over and over again.
All right.
Cool.
So
this is your first session.
Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. So this is the first fresh leg, correct?
No. No. Let me ask you this. So, where was your last refresh?
Okay. Let me erase this.
Now think about it very carefully. Where was your last refresh?
Sorry. I think it's this one here. Is it?
So he was going down, 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 down. He broke everything and he went up temporarily, right? Your last refresh is here. After that, refresh when he started, he was one leg down.
One leg down.
Two legs down. Is this a refresh?
I think no, because that's the guy who's so.
It's not a refresh, right? It's a continuation.
Yes.
What leg is this then? Third leg? Fourth leg?
Yes, it's the third leg.
Fifth leg. It's getting overextended. You need to stop the selling. Do not sell anymore. But keep a close eye on the circles and be like, whoa, 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 look at him getting damaged. Maybe I can get a buy off of this and kill him. But why would that happen? Now comes in the idea of, do you know multiple time frames now? Anyone selling now has no idea what he's doing. He's approaching a trap because on a higher time frame, they're saying, come to me, baby, come to me, because I want to buy it so badly. They will get trapped right here. They're getting too far away from their safety net. Does that make sense?
Yes.
It's turn by turn, turn by turn. Okay. But that down move is being chased right now by so many sellers. All they're doing is chasing, 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 because they see a red candle, therefore it must be a sell. That's not the right answer. You got to read it. You got to read it. Crazy, right?
Okay.
Your lesson one, guy who started it, buyers and sellers. It's like really powerful, right?
Yes, yes. I wanted to revise it yesterday.
Yeah. The MPA for a normal person is like, what is this, man? It's like normal stuff I find on YouTube. No. It's super powerful if you understand it. Right? All right, let's take it further. Take it further. I feel this is your first lesson we're going through, and I'm dumping so much information on you. I hope it's okay.
It's okay. I like it.
Okay, good. All right.
Thank you. Yeah.
No problem. All right. Can I show you something?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, what's that?
Oh. One moment. I'm gonna send you a screenshot. Okay. I'm gonna send you a screenshot, and I'm going to open it on the screen sharing. Okay.
Okay. Well, Paul just made a parabolic move.
Oh, made a parabolic. That's crazy, right? We were just talking about that, right?
Yeah.
Let me show you something. That screenshot I just sent you.
Oh.
Let's pull it up. Let's open this up. I am in that buy right now. $2,000 in profit right now in this buy. Wow. And I traded really small size, 8 standards. Okay. I bought at 93.4. 93.4 puts my price right here, around that price. Now, who in their right mind will buy in a downtrend like that? The logic is always go with the trend, but go with the trend depends on the whole structure. Remember, the last circle was here. The last circle of their last refresh. And since then, we never had anything. So this is a pretty, I should, sorry, close this. While we're on this call, let me just quickly close this. It's a really strong trade.
Now it's reacting to the trap area.
Yep, I'm just getting out here, yeah. Okay, I'm out. And it's a nice trade. It's a nice trade. But the reason why I brought you to this chart is I wanted to show you a trade in progress as well. But the whole logic behind of why do you do anything in trading has nothing to do with a pattern, a design, or anything like that. It has nothing to do with that. A pattern and a design works in a condition. And that condition revolves around how did you read what happened? Because today the big boy does one thing, tomorrow he does another thing. And then day after tomorrow, he'll do another thing. So your pattern works one day, not the next day, but it works again the third day. You need to learn that condition of when is it switching, when is it not switching. So normally, if we have a sell here, I would say if he pulls back 2 legs, sell it. But if you know to sell that, you're doing leg 1, leg 2, leg 3, 4, 5. Do you really want to sell a leg 6?
Yeah, we don't want that.
We don't want that. Overextended, right? Okay, overextended. So now we bring in the concept of multiple time frames. This time frame says sell, but within a higher time frame concept, they're saying, do you not see I want this for a buy badly? And he's coming down nice and slowly. Now, tell me one thing here on this time frame now. You're a one time frame trader on this time frame. Okay, what's the overall flow? What's the overall?
Oh, sorry, there's a leg. Could you repeat that again? Oh, yeah, overall direction is upwards.
Overall direction is this way. Okay, you get that, right? Overall direction is this way. Now, he's coming back and pulling back into multiple legs. Okay, he approaches an area that looks interesting. Can you draw for me the last guy who started it on the way down?
Okay. So this is down. Okay, this guy killed this. I'm not sure. Is it this one?
That's the one.
Fourth leg.
That's the one. So now, this buy I did for my lower time frame, are we going to go and make new highs?
This is like a refresh, right? This is a refresh of the higher time frame.
What this is a V, which means we're now damaging this guy. Now, let's see the test come in. And then we'll see again what happens. And if that goes, then we've cleared this landmine. We're going up to the next landmine here or here. And we're going to see, can we now break it to the upside? A down never goes up immediately.
Okay.
It processes. Okay. So this is basically your V setting into place. Okay. So anyone who's trading from a smaller time, from one time frame, and if this is your one time frame, you would see this coming down slowly, approaching an area that you would be interested in. You'd be saying, I won't buy that red candle. No way. It's too strong. This is a red candle. I'm happy he's slowing down. Has a tail on top, tail on bottom. Okay, now if I break that high, I might buy it. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah. If I break that high, I might buy it. For those guys, they're in. For the one time frame guys, they're in, and their stop loss is here. When the test comes down, if you enter for a buy and you put your stop loss here, for them, it's not a big deal. It's normal. They'll be like, oh, no problem. Oh, there it is. That's what I was waiting for. Okay, thank you. So this, if you go down a time frame too much, it will kill your trade.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the whole concept is that I'm trying to explain to you right now is avoid the multiple time frames for now. Let's get the one time frame absolutely perfect for you and learn to read this chart that's sitting in front of you to understand, what am I working with? What are they telling me apart from just a pattern? Is it a higher high? Where is my last refresh? How many pullbacks are coming in? Why is it taking more than 2-leg pullback? Why is it 3-leg pullback? Why is it 4-leg pullback? All these things. So when was your last refresh in this chart?
Oh, I'm so bad at refreshes, I think. Okay.
Take your time. This is the first lesson. Take your time.
I think it's this one because of the because of first, then second pullback, refresh, and then break out from this range. So this is the first leg.
Okay, so look very carefully. When he went up, he's pulling back and then he goes up, right? So he would have a circle here, right? All of this up and down, up and down, up and down. It's still inside that circle.
Yes.
Right? That means no refresh. That's continuation. So it's still going, pulling back, going, pulling back, going, pulling back, going, pulling back, going. It's going nonstop. Last refresh was here. Circle, makes a new high, gets crushed completely. That's one leg down. One leg down goes up immediately. That's weird. He's processing, gets a trap down, and performs. But the main thing is, because he killed that guy, it looks like a sell is coming. That illusion for a sell must begin. Once that sell starts, you're like, perfect, come to me. I want to buy this. So the buy started down here. As we get higher and higher and higher, we say, stand back. No more buying. It's too high in the sky. Even if this looks like a perfect pullback for a 5-minute chart or 1-minute chart, you know from your time frame, you're saying, oh man, anyone buying that, they might get lucky, but I think they're dead. They're going into a trap. They have no idea.
Okay.
Does that make sense? And then the whole thing refreshes again. Looks like a downtrend, but it's not a downtrend. Overall is up. It's just a refresh coming in. Okay, so the market will move like this always. Leg, 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 refresh, leg, 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 legs, legs, refresh, and then, you know, the same logic. It's skinny up, wide pullback, skinny up, wide pullback. That's how it performs.
Okay.
So your best trades will always happen after a refresh because you are starting a brand new leg one. Okay, you want to do your best to enter leg ones, leg twos, 3, 4, 5. That's for retail traders. Let them chase it. Not for you. That's for them. Leave it alone. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes. Yes.
You want to get in when there's a discount.
Okay.
Okay. Once the discount is over, then the cheese begins. And the cheese, you got to be in, you got to be out. You got to be in, you got to be out. That's the MPA 2.0. right? Once the cheese begins, all the research is done. We know the buy is active. Get in, get out, get in, get out, get in, get out, like really quick. You can't hold it. But to
Okay.
anticipate, you need a refresh. Okay, so we talked about a lot of overall stuff. We didn't go into details of anything. We just talked about things in a more broader sense. And sorry, actually, I wanted to get started with you earlier last month, but then we started our prop firm and all the traders are trading. So I'm working 24 hours a day now. So I'm I got really busy during that time. But
Yeah,
now
no
I have
worries.
more time. So yeah, try to do your trades. When you do them, try to do a pre-analysis in a video format. So when you're doing it on Elite, even if you do one trade a week, that's fine, but try to do it in the format where you have a video before you enter, looking at the charts and saying, this is what I understand, this is what I think is happening. I would like to see if I can get a buy from a certain area, et cetera, So that's pre-analysis. Then after pre-analysis, you have your trade. Your trade can just be a picture, which is like, okay, I've entered the trade, here's my stop loss. And then post-analysis, like, I got stopped out, but the trade still worked. What did I do wrong? And start thinking about it, and then we will talk about it in our sessions as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and
okay,
then I'll
I can
bring
do
you
that.
more
Yep.
examples and stuff like that as well. I'll bring examples from me or some of the traders at the prop firm that show you their trades, what they're doing, how they did it, and then I'll quiz you and say, do you understand why, how they did it? So you'll have examples as well. Okay.
Okay.
Any questions so far?
For now, all good.
All good?
All good.
So tomorrow, straight $1 million?
In demo.
Yeah, so just take your time. It takes time. It's not easy. It's not as you know, you've been around for a while. You know, this stuff takes time. A lot of the stuff that I'm explaining to you today, it's not new information, right? That you're like, I've never heard of this before. You know all this stuff, right?
Yeah, it's just, when you're on the live charts and all this, I guess you have to be really solid in what you know. Then you can put it all in a better perspective. Otherwise, it'll be very twisted sometimes.
Perfect. That's the best way said. That is the answer. Like, you want to be very slow, very calm about it. That's why what I'm doing for now is I'm trying not to go multiple time frames right now. I'm trying to talk to you as if it's one time frame. What do you see? If you get good at that, when we go to a different time frame, you have that image in your mind of what's happening above. Because it's top-down analysis, never bottom-up analysis. Yeah, so I'm on a mission. My mission is to get you profitable by the end of this one-on-one. You think we can do it?
Yes.
All right. That's the spirit. We're gonna do this.
I will do it.
We're gonna do it. And you need more calls, more assistance throughout the week. Don't hesitate. Message me. We'll jump on a call quickly. Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much, Naveen. Yeah.
No problem.
I needed this.
Yeah, and I'm glad you were the right person. I was like, you're there because you're curious enough and frustrated enough. And like, I need to freaking solve this. I'm like, perfect. Let's do it. Oh, sorry. Were you able to hear it? We'll get you there.
Pulling hair. Frustrated.
Yeah. It's normal. It happens. So, okay, we'll get you there.
Okay.
We'll get you there. All right. So let's then end the call right here. If anything, just drop me a message anytime, and we'll take it from there.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank you very much, Naveen.
Right. Thanks, Evie.
I really appreciate this. Yes.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Okay.
See you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.